Story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing.
Good morning, and welcome. Happy Monday. Thank you for joining me on Storytime today. I am glad we're here back together again for another amazing lineup. Thank you for joining in, and of course bringing one special book, but brand new ones as well joining in this week. Thank you so much for being here. I am glad you're here. Bolden and Chrissy, I see you're out here already. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime, and of course we'll be checking out who else is with us this morning, ready to enjoy wonderful stories that we have lined up. Thank you for being here. Good morning to you and welcome. And yes, it is another Chronicle book special, and this one is all the way from 2009, Just Like a Baby. This one by JUANITA HAVILL and illustrations by Davenier. Good morning to you and welcome. I hope you're ready for this wonderful book that we have for you today. Thank you for being here. As always, let me know where you're joining in from and who is joining in with you. And most of all, too, I hope that you have a wonderful day today. And of course, that I hope that you had a wonderful weekend to boot. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. And I hope that you are ready. Yes, indeed. This week on Storytime, we're celebrating all the little ones out there and the strength that they possess, the strength that they bring, and of course, many things that young people are taking care of out there, whether it's protests for justice, whether it's climate change. They're out there in the front lines fighting that and making sure that this world is a better place. And indeed, since we adults have shown we cannot be trusted to do much, so the young ones have taken up the mantle and they are doing a brilliant job. We can think of many names. Naomi Osaka, name them, so many of them that are doing amazing work out there. Greta Thunberg, many people. So thank you so much for joining in. I hope that you can also be taking stock and encourage those little ones. Yes, and this week particularly, we're putting the words of Whitney Houston. Yes, all these children are special. Remind them of just how special they are. Thank you for being here on Storytime. I am glad you're here, and we'll be getting started very shortly with Just Like a Baby. And yes, this one from Chronicle Books by JUANITA HAVILL and Davenier. Let's see who is with us this morning, ready to enjoy Storytime. Thank you for being here, Chrissy and Bolden. Yes, indeed. Welcome to Storytime, and you are out in chilly and icy Vermont. Well, please do stay safe. Thank you so much for joining in. Do stay warm. Thank you for being here on Storytime. And yes, indeed, I'm always glad that we're here together. Thankful for the days that we spent together, and I hope that you had a wonderful weekend. Thank you so much for being here. Good morning to you one more time, Chrissy and Bolden. Thank you for joining us. Good morning to you, Rocco, Clay, and Chriselle. And you're saying happy Monday. Indeed, happy Monday. We hope that everybody out there is having a happy Monday. And if you're like me, it's just starting. I hope that your day is off to a great day indeed. Thank you so much for joining in. Welcome to Story Time. Rocco, Chriselle, and Clay, thank you for joining in. Good morning to you, Amanda West. How are you doing today? Sarah and Nathan, and you're saying in very chilly Illinois. Well, thank you so much for joining in. My Oakland today is at 46 degrees Fahrenheit, so not too bad compared to all of you out there. Thank you so much for joining in. But I bet, Chriselle, we're kind of either similar or you have better weather today. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time. I hope that you enjoy it. We have a lovely story. We have a wonderful week lined up this week, and I hope that you will enjoy the wonderful books that we have together. Amazing books that we have lined up. I'm excited for them, and if you've forgotten, here are some of those books that we're bringing to you this week. Wonderful, wonderful books indeed, and I hope that you're ready. I'm excited for all of them. And Thursday, do look out for Art of Protest. Another exciting one, and we'll also be trying to do an activity from that one as well. Thank you for joining in. We're getting ready for a story. Join me on the other side of this message. We will be right back for Story Time.
How you doing? This is Jonathan Marshall. I'm author of the books I'll Be Right There, Does It Rain Food, and also on the way, Me and My Kazoo at the Zoo. And you're here with Story Time with Mr. Lamata.
Thank you, Jonathan Marshall. Yes, indeed. Do look out for his book coming out in February. And of course, the other ones that we've already read here on Story Time. Yes, I'll be right there. And of course, we also read Does It Rain Food? Great books indeed. Do look out for all his books coming up. Thank you so much for joining in. Are you ready for Story Time today? Please do let us know where you're joining in from, how you are doing, and indeed how the weather is like where you are. I hope you're okay. Here we go. Just Like a Baby. And this one is by Juanita HAVILL and illustrations by Kristen Davenier. And we're reading this one with permission of Chronicle Books of San Francisco. Here we go. What is that? Oh, cute, 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 cute. One more time, this one, Just Like a Baby. Juanita HAVILL, Kristen Davenier, and brought to you with permission of Chronicle Books of San Francisco. When Ellen was born, the relatives came to celebrate. Oh, yes. Grandmas and grandpas, aunties and uncles, and cousins by the dozens. Everyone awed. Look at the sparkle in her eyes. Everyone awed. She hardly ever cries. Everyone cooed and everyone gitchy-gitchy-gooed. Oh my, she's smart, so cheerful and strong. Everyone had plans for Ellen. Oh. Ellen, I am so glad you're born to a family that loves you so much. You will be a fisherman, said Uncle Otis. Tie a fly, cast your line, and reel in warpers, just like me. Ellen burbled. Oh. You're going to be a fisherman, Ellen? A fisher person? Is it a fisher person? You will be a dancer, said Auntie Clara. 1, 2, 3, waltz. Polka, tango, cha-cha, and foxtrot, like me. Ellen cooed. Oh my, what are you gonna be? You will be a bird watcher, said Uncle Peter. Bluebirds, buzzards, chickadees, wrens, you will spy them with your eagle eyes like me. Ellen sucked her bottle. You will be a scholar, said Auntie Rachel. You will master Sanskrit and JavaScript, Greek and Chinese, ponder scrolls and websites. just like me. Oh, Ellen burped. Oh. Quite the responses we're getting from Ellen. Oh my. What else? Well, you will be a pilot, said Uncle Tony. Up in the sky every Sunday, soaring, coasting, loop-de-looping like me. Alan chattered. You rescue cats, said Auntie Norma, protecting tabbies from prowling dogs and speeding cars, from fleas and disease, just like me. Oh, Ellen yawned. Oh. Oh, Alan. You will play the saxophone, said Uncle Dexter. Marching tunes and smoky blues. No one will play quite like you, except for me. Alan fell asleep. You will drive a truck, said Aunt Thelma. Rumble, rumble in your rig, cruising the heartland, uphill and downhill, easy on the brakes, like me. Alan snoozed away. Oh. You will race cars, shouted Grandpa Oliver. Bicycles, motorcycles, horses like me. 3 uncles chimed in. Oh, yes. Oh. You will paint China, cried Grandma Jones. Landscapes, pottery, houses like me, screamed 3 aunties. Oh. Oh. Hockey! You will play tennis, Cousin Laurie belted. Hockey, baseball, chess, whooped 3 cousins at the top of their lungs. Like me, like me, like me. Oh, so much to look forward to, Alan. What are you gonna be? There are all fine things to do, said Papa. But with all the hollering, whooping, and shouting, no one heard him except baby Alan, who woke right up, opened her mouth, and let out an earth-shaking howl. A cloud-ruffling yowl. And listen to me, I am a baby squall. And all the relatives fell silent. Hush. Oh my. Mama picked Ellen up and decreed, for now, Ellen will do just what Ellen wants. And all the relatives agreed that burbling and cooing, sucking and burping, babbling and yawning, sleeping and even yowling are all fine things to do. Oh, yes, indeed. Oh. If you're a baby, just like Alan. Yes, all those things are just fine things to do indeed. If you're a baby, just like Alan. The end. Oh, thank you so much for joining in Story Time today. I hope you enjoyed that one. A beautiful one indeed. A fun book, but also a great reminder that as adults in children's lives, let us remember to nurture them, to guide them, not to overburden them. Let them flourish, let them thrive, create an environment where they can develop into amazing human beings without all the extra stress. Yes, don't live your lives through them. Let them live their own lives. Thank you so much for joining in. And little ones, go out there and flourish and thrive. Yes, be your unique self and enjoy this wonderful world indeed. Bring your unique self. We love you just the way you are, and we're here to support you, whatever you want to do. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time, just like a baby. And this one is by Juanita Peter Havill, and illustrations by Kristen Davenier. And of course, we're reading this one with permission of Chronicle Books of San Francisco. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you loved it. And if you do, please do find it at your local libraries. Indeed, ask for it. And if you can, wherever, if you're able, wherever that you get books, find it and do indeed enjoy it over and over. And of course, you can always check it out at our Storytime archives on YouTube and Facebook. Thank you so much. And very soon coming to our website. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime today. Absolutely love the chance we had here to read another story, another great story together. But please do not forget, tomorrow we will be ballerinas tomorrow. We will be dancing away. We will be doing all kinds of amazing moves. And indeed, we will be reading Swan, the life and dance of Anna Pavlova. Do join in for this one. Indeed, I'm excited for it. And I know a few dancers out there who are excited for it as well. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime today. We will be coming back, of course, tomorrow with more stories. But I hope you enjoyed that one. A great lesson indeed, as we are all excited for the little ones in our lives. Let us remember to be the best partners for them. And of course, do all we can to ensure that we are leaving them a good earth. I know we've already messed it up, but I hope that we don't cause any more damage. Let us leave this world, at least for the little ones, to come here and explore and enjoy as well. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. I am glad we were here together. Let us see who was with us joining in Storytime one more time. Thanks to you for joining us, Chrissy and Bolden, out in cold, chilly and icy Vermont. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime today. I hope you enjoyed that wonderful story indeed. Always appreciate having you here on Storytime. Out in LBC, thank you so much for joining in, Rocco, Clay, and Chriselle. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of the day. Thank you for being here. I am glad we were here together. Thank you indeed, out in Long Beach. I hope you are well. Good morning to you, Sarah and Nathan. Also in another chilly spot, Illinois. Thank you so much for joining in. I hope that your cozy spot was wonderful indeed, and you got to enjoy that wonderful story with me. Always a pleasure having you here. Thank you, Sarah and Nathan, and of course Amanda West. Thank you so much for joining in. Rikia, good morning to you. How are you doing? Thank you so much for joining in from Oakland. Thank you so much for being here, Rikia. I hope that you enjoyed this wonderful book that we had for you today, Just Like a Baby. And of course, I hope that you join us tomorrow for Swan. Yes, the story of Anna Pavlova. Do join us for that one as well. Thank you so much for joining in. Out in Massachusetts, sorry. Thank you for joining in, Marietta, and hopefully Henry is with us as well. Thank you. If you do join us later, Henry. Thank you for being here on Storytime. Absolutely loving it. Thank you for being here. Oh, thank you, Henry. I am glad you are here. Oh, yes, indeed. Henry, we will be seeing you later. Of course, we're sending you love always, whether you're here live or you join in later, indeed. Thank you. Awesome. I love it. Great story, you say. Excited about Swan. Thank you. Yes, indeed. Chrissy, I knew this one would get you excited as well. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Absolutely love it. Thank you for being here. Bolden, thank you, buddy. Oh, yes, appreciate you indeed. Oh, my goodness. Look who is back with us today. Oh, I am so glad you made it. Love you so much. Thank you for being here, Braylon and Chad. It has been a minute. Happy 2022 to you. I hope that your year is off to a great start indeed. I hope that you are having a wonderful time. Oh my goodness. Is Kavaya okay as well? Please do send hugs and love whenever you speak to her. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Good to see you back. Pamela Courtney out in Nakitash, Louisiana. Thank you so much for joining in today. Absolutely appreciate you. Tumi Daniels, how are you doing today from Zambia? Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. I am glad you are here. I'm glad you were able to join in. And please, if you can, do make a date with us and join in tomorrow for Swan. Yes, this one, The Life and Dance of Anna Pavlova. And we will be reading this one, of course, with permission of Chronicle Books of San Francisco. And it is written by Laura Snyder and illustrations by Julie Morstad. So So do join in for that one as well. But for today, yes, indeed, we were enjoying company with Ellen, just like a baby. Beautiful, beautiful story indeed. Juanita Havill and Kristen Davenier, and of course, read it with permission of Chronicle Books of San Francisco. Thank you to everybody that joined in, and of course, great to see all their old faces as well coming back. Thank you so much for being here on Storytime. And if you catch us on the recordings, please do drop us a message, leave a message so that we're able to say hi to you next time we are here. Thank you for being here on Storytime. This has been Storytime for today. I am absolutely grateful that we're able to spend this time together. And I encourage you today, pick up another book, read it. And if you find those good ones, please do send me recommendations. And I will do my very best to bring them here on Storytime. Thank you for being here. Have a wonderful day indeed, wherever you are today. And of course, with all your loved ones. Hugs. I will see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Stories. Read me all of the stories. Some stories from far away, others right here in my neighborhood. Read me all of the stories. Read me all of the stories. Some with people that look like me, others very different from the way that I look and think. Read me all of the stories. Read me all of the stories. Some stories from far away, others right here in my neighborhood. Story time. Ooh. Story time. Story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to hear it. Brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to hear